kind to kiss and tell. But I've been seen with Farrah. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine. I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone fast with the girl named Bo. But somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead.
You know he's 85 today?
That's why I'm playing it. Lee Majors, 85 years old today, sang this song.
Yep.
And The Fall Guy is now a movie.
Yes.
That's in theaters as we speak. There you go.
I'm sure he's got a cameo. I would hope he does.
I don't know.
I was a huge $6 Million fan as a child.
Well, that's sick. Yeah.
Now they're coming out with.
I was a big Fall Guy fan. I like the movie. I like the show Fall Guy because I always thought being a stuntman looked so cool. Mm-hmm. And then who was the chick in there?
Heather Thomas.
Heather Thomas. Yeah. She came out in a white bikini through those saloon doors. I can see it in my mind right now. I can fucking see it. I'm back. I'm like 9 years old.
To Google
it?
You're 9 years old.
I swear
with 9
to
inches.
God. I swear to God. Yeah, how'd you know?
Right. Well, told me in break.
I think. Yeah. Hey.
Drawbridge, I might crash.
It's a simple song, a little dumb, but I appreciate it. Clint Eastwood looks so fun. That's the one. Oh, it's a purple bikini.
I don't know if it's the one.
I thought she came out through saloon doors at one point in a white bikini. Heather Thomas. I remember being like, "Oh my God!" I was afraid to watch that show.
She's 66 years old.
Yeah.
Would you nail that? Because I know I would. I mean, obviously.
I don't have to play that game.
Why?
Because no.
Yes.
No,
I'm calling you out.
I'm not going to.
If she walks in here right now with a white bikini, tits down to her ankles, are you going for it?
No, I'm not. I'm going to tie him in a knot and hope she doesn't trip on the way out. The fuck?
66. This might be
She
the
probably
one.
looks great.
She probably does.
She probably looks great at 66.
That's 60 years ago.
It's not 60 years ago.
Oh, hold on a second.
I'm sure she's on Instagram.
This is
you can see a more modern photo of her.
A reunion.
Okay.
I don't know what year it is. It's got to be recent.
Heather Thomas.
Heather Thomas and Lee Majors.
Yeah, she looks like every person. Never mind. I don't want to say.
Why? Every person now?
No, she does not look like every person now.
Okay.
She looks like every woman I've ever known that had money that was trying to hold on to her looks.
Okay.
Okay. When I spent a summer in Park City, Utah, I saw a lot of that face. A lot.
Okay.
At all these, because my uncle was a pilot, so my aunt would take me to charity events with her. So we'd go off to Deer Valley and these different places because she was part of something. And it was a lot of that. And I'll never forget when the woman from across the street comes over. Her husband was from Sweden, owned a couple of restaurants, and she needed help with her landscaping. They were having a tree. She comes over and rings the doorbell. And she always wore shorts that were just slightly inappropriate, just a little but cut off jeans. And she says to my uncle, because my cousin was 18, he was like 6'4", and I was 21. She comes over and says, "Do you have any big, strong young men that can help me?" And I'm hiding. And my uncle looks and he starts laughing. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go help this woman. I didn't.
What's with you and older women?
Fucking creeped me out.
All right.
She creeped me out. I was 21. And I'll tell you what, maybe I made a mistake.
I think
don't know.
She could have taught you a thing or two.
She probably could have. And yet at the same time, I was like, no, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. I've always been like, I will say this. I always stuck in my age or slightly older. Slightly. Like a year.
A year. Okay.
Or maybe a year or two.
Okay.
Two, maybe.
Me, I'll
two.
go a decade or two.
I know. Yeah. Like eating grilled cheese sandwiches.
It's terrible.
No,
I don't eat grilled cheese sandwiches.
they make them for you. Give you some
such
tomato
a liar.
soup. No,
you're
that's
not
what
talking about grilled.
That's
You're
what
not talking about that. I know what you're talking about, especially in the morning. Nobody has that for breakfast. I do.
You knew exactly what I was doing.
Of course.
So, are you really attracted? And I'm not trying to be an asshole here,
Right.
but I mean, look, what
I'm attracted to is usually just a spark, to be honest with you.
Okay, but all of us age, right?
Right.
And if I had a paper bag here,
I'll tell you what,
I would wrinkle it up and put it on my hand and make it a puppet and go, "Hey, Doug, want to go out sometime? I'm 75," and you would probably say yes. But I'm wondering, are you physically attracted?
Now, I'm attracted to the person with communication and talking and especially a laugh or a good sense of humor. And then it doesn't matter the age. I mean, the hottest, a smoking hot girl could come in right here.
Yes.
And she could have a gutter mouth.
Yeah.
And I would be totally turned off and not want anything to do with it.
Yes. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
But if you have somebody 20 years older.
I could get past the gutter mouth if she had if she smoked.
I can't. I cannot stand that in women. I can't stand sloppy drunks.
I like women that are
I'll tell you a story. This happened
a lady in the streets and a slut in the sheets.
Giggity, giggity, all right. I remember I was at a bar a couple years ago and somebody said, Doug, why don't you make a play for that girl? She's single. I'm like, you know what? I remember her, and I can't remember why I don't talk to her. And then her friends came in. It was F this, S this, F that. I'm like, now I remember.
Yeah.
And I only saw her in the summer when she was bold.
It's an interesting thing because
I moved down the bar because I just can't stand it.
I was always
very undignified.
I agree. And I do agree. And it almost sounds like, well, words are words. And for the most part, they are. But I am seeing more and more in society, people look at you a little, I don't know. I'm not so sure. Like, I think when my kids were little, I was always like, well, words are words. And I wasn't so strict on certain words. But now I'm starting to think, because when I won't speak certain ways. I've tried actually on the podcast because in the beginning, like when we first started this, there were times it was like F. And I'm like, that doesn't
I'll tell you a story right now.
I
Ubered yesterday some kids from Gates to Marketplace Mall, and I hear them in the bag, F this, N this. They had to be, let's say, 13, 14 years old.
Right.
And they're like, don't leave, nigga. We're going to be right there. I'll tell you, we're going to, how long? I go, 5 minutes. And all right, we'll meet you at, wasn't the mall entrance. It was a go-kart. So I take the different exit and go around. And he goes, stop. I go, I am stopping. Man, I told you to stop. I go, I have to stop in front of the doors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And he yells, asshole. You're just an asshole. He gets out and fuck you and blah, 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 and slams my door. And his friends weren't inside. They were in a car. But I was trying to get out of the way for traffic. Yeah. Make it closer where I knew that his friends were going to be, and just total disrespect. It was just really bad.
Yeah. That is bad. But when it comes to a woman, same thing. You'd rather have somebody who's a little more refined. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fair lady.
No, maybe not like that. No.
All right.
A good sense of humor.
Uh-huh. Do you have a profile anywhere?
At the post office?
No, on a dating site.
Oh, yes. I have 37 of them.
You have 37?
No, I don't have them. I joined Bumble.
You joined Bumble?
A couple days ago.
All right. Now, Bumble, from what I thought, was women approaching men. Like, a guy couldn't make the first move unless Bumble's changed. But I remember reading about that or something. They may have changed because they were getting
My buddy just
usurped
met a new girl. He's been dating her for 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe it was months. Anyway, so I tried it a few years ago, but he had some luck on it. So it's one of those things. I give it a try. It's free.
Yeah.
You know.
So you're trying Bumble?
Yeah. Somebody did reach out to me yesterday.
Yeah.
And what are you doing? I'm working. I'm driving Uber. You know, how are you? This, that. Oh, you're busy. I'll let you go. And then deleted the conversation. I'm like, oh, because I wasn't blowing you off. I'm working.
Yeah.
And then I joked that, well, I can talk at stoplights and, you know,
yeah.
Ha, ha, ha. So it was kind of weird. And I'm like, shit, what a bitch.
She used to want to be with an Uber guy.
I guess not. Yeah, maybe that's it. Well, you're going to find out. But, another thing is that I found being 53 is that getting older, you got to take a second look at pros and cons. You know, he Ubers. Well, I do Uber, but I can always turn it off whenever I need to do something.
Yeah.
Including for you.
Yeah.
You know, if
I got to do you, baby.
I got to do you.
That's right. This engine will run hot,
you know,
but a different kind of hot.
Some days I can work longer, make more money. If we got to cut it off to go to the concert, then I work in a couple hours in the morning and pick you up with some flowers and take you to the concert.
I think you should write that in your profile.
No, you know what I have?
Read your profile. Open your profile. I want to hear this dog shit that you wrote. I know it is. I know it's complete dog shit. It's Dougie Fresh. Hey, I'm your hip-shaking, money-making, good-time man.
You can listen to me on the Billified program. Laughter and smiles. Comedian looking for a partner in crime. Hope you play euchre and or golf. Looking forward to meeting you.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
How many strokes to get my ball in your hole? Okay. And
Pretty basic.
And no real bites yet.
No,
Right.
no.
Are you Doug? Is your
Doug,
name?
not Dougie Fresh.
No, you're just Doug?
Yeah, not Dougie.
Not your last name?
No, I don't think you don't put last names on there.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
All right, so you put Doug.
Yeah.
So just look for Doug, ladies.
Yeah, just look for Doug.
Well, I think Doug. I'm surprised. I am surprised.
You know what? So was my buddy's girlfriend the other night.
Yes.
I text him next day. Say, hey, she was really nice. She goes, she can't believe that you're single. I'm like, oh, me neither. Yeah. But I'm just not meeting anybody out, and I don't go out that much anymore.
Well, there you go. Now you got the
COVID changed a lot. People aren't going out like they.
That is true.
Did. Yeah.
If you talk to anybody who owns a hospitality place, like a restaurant or bar,
in the bar I work at, most everybody is
100
married.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Not a lot of single come down.
No.
And my girlfriends that do come down bring their husbands, which really pisses me off.
Put that on Bumble.
Yeah.
Put that on Bumble. That may work better than Uber. I mean, than your Uber line.
So one guy go, you think your wife cheats on you? That's crazy. That's nuts. She's crazy about you. She loves you. By the way, you're out of scotch.
There is a lawsuit that's going on. Now, I don't know if this is warranted or not, but it feels like it's going too far a little bit here.
Okay.
People went on a ride at the Harry Potter ride in Universal. Okay.
Why do I think I've heard
Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey opened at Universal Studios Hollywood 2016. It's one of the most popular attractions.
Yeah, I believe it is.
Yes. So a couple of people, there was a power outage in L.A.
Okay.
While they were on the
It's
ride.
not in Florida. This one's in L.A.
This is in Hollywood.
Okay,
right?
yeah. I've been to that one.
It left about a dozen people stuck on a Transformer-themed ride at Universal, in addition to affecting the Harry Potter ride. The Harry Potter ride, the people claim that they breached duty of care by failing to provide proper backups, such as generators, in case of a power outage, failing to properly maintain backups, such as generators, in case of power outage, permitting roller coasters to operate when rolling power outages, blah, 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 blah. They were stuck. I don't know. I don't think they were stuck upside down. Maybe they were. I don't think so. I've been stuck on a roller coaster. I think I was actually stuck on sideways on a roller coaster.
I was stuck on the Superman halfway up.
Yeah. I was stuck Darien Lake many years ago. They had an indoor roller coaster. It was like inside.
Darien Lake?
Yeah.
No.
They had an inside contained thing. And I took listeners from the radio station. They were Maranimals, animals, and we were going to ride it 96 times because I was on CMF, had a frequency of 96, whatever. So we got 3 or 4 times around, and I was starting to feel like, we're going up, and then we're just there, just stuck going back up. They had to turn on the lights. We had to get out, climb down the stairs.
How far up were you?
We're probably like 2-3 stories up.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. I don't think
And they gave you a stair. You climbed out.
No, I know. I'm afraid of heights, though. But I still like going on roller coasters.
Yeah. Well, people like going on roller coasters, I believe, because when you're on there, you can't think of anything else. It's the thrill.
Being afraid of heights.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
So, okay. So I don't know if this is, I mean, you got stuck on a roller coaster. They might have been there for an hour. So
it doesn't say how much time?
I think it was an hour.
Okay.
So they're
Let's say
suing.
an hour.
They're suing.
Of
we'll
course.
go to the ABC report in a moment. I didn't see this here, but there's one couple that is suing Deborah Bain and Gerald Scott Bain, who are married, suing for emotional distress, which they claim was sustained as a, quote, result of watching the other spouse being injured. Now, you're strapped in, so I don't know what injury you would get. Falling forward, maybe?
You don't. You
You
talk
don't.
to somebody
Usually it's
afterwards.
padded.
And a friend of theirs said, "Oh, you should sue them. I got a lawyer friend." A lawyer friend says, "Okay, this is what happened. Don't you think this happened?" Yeah, we're gonna go for $1.5 million, and they're gonna settle for $50,000.
The complaint alleges that Deborah's injuries required significant medical treatment, including surgery, which have since prevented her from being able to, quote, perform the duties of
A woman.
A wife.
A wife.
A wife.
Okay.
Including assisting in maintaining the home as well as providing love, sexual relations, moral support.
Lay on your stomach. I will take care of everything.
Companionship.
How much are they going for?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say. But I'm like,
well, she a porn star? What kind
hey,
of
honey.
What kind of things
Want
is
to
she doing in
recreate that
bed?
Harry Potter ride?
Right. Grab my wand.
It's like I don't know what to believe, not believe. It sounds made up to me. How injured could you get on a roller coaster that was stuck? I don't know. I mean, maybe you could hurt a shoulder.
However good you think your lawyer can get you.
But I don't like this.
Right.
I don't like it. It doesn't feel good to me.
Sue happy environment.
It does in a way, and I go, what is going on? Why are we always looking for a fight of some kind, something? Everybody's mad at all this bullshit.
I'll tell you what. There's going to be an awful lot of. I feel in Rochester there's going to be an awful lot of car accidents this year.
Why?
People are just driving like idiots. People without insurance.
Here's the ABC report.
Yeah,
Christie in Air 7 over Universal Studios, where there is a power outage affecting some rides there. Chris?
That's right, Giovanna. Apparently affecting a couple of rides here and a number of riders on Transformers now being rescued by the LA County Fire Department. They're apparently evacuating the building here on the north side of the amusement park. Everything else appears to be operating pretty normally here, but again, there was approximately 11 people on board the ride. 2 of them have been removed, now in the process of evacuating the other 9 passengers. Reporting live.
It's like...
Breaking news, Chris Christie in Air 7 over Universal Studios, where there is a power outage.
Breaking news. Yeah. We got it. I just, when I hear these lawsuits and things, I always think, I don't know what good comes of it. I guess.
Oh, like it's never going to happen again. Like Universal's going to stop everything. We can't let anybody else on the ride. They're going to get everybody off. They're going to run it twice. And they're going to let you back out.
I always think you take a risk. I guess if you fell off, like if you slipped out of it, right? Let's say it was stuck upside down and somebody was small enough that they got sweaty and nervous, and the next thing you know, they slipped out of the harness, and now the person sitting next to them's got their arm holding them, and they're holding on to the thing. I could see Sue. Go ahead.
Right.
This is what? And now you're going to say you can't because you don't want to blow them?
I remember.
I mean, that's what this is. She's trying to get out of a BJ. That's what it is, Doug. Don't tell me I'm wrong. I'm right.
You're right. I'm not going to argue that. I remember years ago at Darien Lake when the Viper opened up. Somebody leaned in too far to see if the what do you call them? The coaster was coming. And she lost her balance and fell in and got hit by that.
Okay, well,
and I don't know what happened with that. But
even that's like that's your own stupidity.
Well, she was like 12 years old.
All right, I got it.
12, 15, something like that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we have to. Look, people get excited at these things. Your adrenaline's pumping, and the whole thing is really, it's like a controlled adrenaline rush for people.
You just had that you can't sue the state of New York for potholes. There's an interesting fact I heard on the radio the other day. Not this program, but somebody else.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks for listening. People are changing their license plates just a little bit, so they change a 4 to an 8. Yeah. So when you go through the scanners, so they don't have to pay. Yeah, but how good does it look? Well, it's got to be some shitty and how's it going to read? Because it doesn't read. So New York State thinks that they're losing about $47,000 a year. What? With people doing this. Who the fuck's doing it? A lot of people that don't want to pay. You know how much the tolls bring in to New York State every year? I got to think over $1 billion. $811 million. All right, close. $811 million. 47,000. But wait, first of all, I want to see this janky ass shitty job that somebody did on a license plate to fix a number. Do you remember when you used to have to chalk your license to get into a bar? Yeah, I used to do that in college. Okay. I was an art major. Yes, okay. So now tell me that this is the same thing. Oh, wait, my dad's listening. I can't say that. This is the same thing with your license plate. Absolutely. How does the scanner not pick it up that they can't look at this and go, it's not even reading as an 8? Oh, is it a video? You got to see it. You see the picture, and then it goes through the program, and it comes up that
They can't
This
identify the
sounds
license.
Fucking. Oh, they can't identify the license
Plate.
Ah.
So if you change the 4 to an 8,
Okay,
there's
well,
not
maybe I'm
anything out
wrong.
there.
All right, I thought there was like a little barcode on your license. that they
No.
get. Well, they put a fucking barcode on there, New York State. We're in 2024, you morons.
Right.
If you're gonna whine about $47,000,
right.
which is less than a lot of people make a year, for God's sake.
Yes. Jesus, I'm one of them.
Yeah, put that on Bumble. That's gonna work for you too.
I'm poor and hung.
Speaking of that, Doug.
What?
Wait till you hear this story coming next.